The Dallas Cowboys have just shaken the foundation of the NFL world. A storm is brewing in Big D, and it's one that could change the entire trajectory of the franchise. In what's being described as one of the most stunning off-season developments in recent memory, explosive trade rumors are circling around quarterback Dak Prescott, yes, the face of the Dallas Cowboys, and the possibility of all-pro wide receiver Tyreek Hill landing in Dallas in a $90 million blockbuster deal is sending shockwaves across the league. If you're a Cowboys fan, buckle up because what we're about to break down isn't just speculation. It's a scenario that insiders say could very well unfold over the coming weeks. Let's get into everything: Dak Prescott's future, Tyreek Hill's potential move to Dallas, what it all means for the franchise, and how Jerry Jones may be lining up the boldest play of his career. It all started with whispers, early off-season buzz, that maybe, just maybe, the Cowboys were reevaluating their long-term quarterback situation. For years, Dak Prescott has been the guy in Dallas. He's been the starter since 2016, taken this team to multiple playoff appearances, and has broken countless records along the way. But the postseason failures have piled up. The criticism has grown louder. And now, as he enters the final stages of his current contract, the Cowboys face a monumental decision. Do they extend him, trade him, or let him play out the deal? And this is where things start getting wild. Sources close to the organization have revealed that several teams have reached out to Dallas about Dak's availability just to test the waters. And while nothing has been made official, insiders say the Cowboys aren't outright rejecting the calls. They're listening. That alone is a major shift, because for years, Dak was considered untouchable. But now, with Mike McCarthy under pressure, the NFC becoming more competitive than ever, and Dallas once again falling short of a Super Bowl, it seems the Cowboys are at least open to exploring what life might look like with a new quarterback at the helm. This brings us to the other half of this jaw-dropping story, Tyreek Hill. You know the name, the Cheetah. One of the fastest, most electrifying wide receivers the league has ever seen. A Super Bowl champion, a six-time Pro Bowler, and a guy who changes the dynamics of any offense he joins. Currently under contract with the Miami Dolphins, Hill has continued to be productive, but recent signs suggest that all may not be well in South Beach. Hill himself recently posted a cryptic message on social media saying, "Loyalty is rare these days. Sometimes you gotta do what's best for YOU." Fans immediately began speculating, was it personal? Was it football related? And then, out of nowhere, connections began to emerge between Hill's camp and, you guessed it, the Dallas Cowboys. Reports from NFL insiders claim that discussions have taken place between Hill's representation and the Cowboys about what a potential trade package could look like. The number that keeps coming up? $90 million. That's right. A $90 million blockbuster trade that could see Tyreek Hill suit up in the iconic Cowboys, blue and silver. Now, how would this even work? Let's break it down. The proposed structure being floated involves the Cowboys sending a mix of draft capital and players, possibly including wide receiver Michael Gallup, and picks to the Dolphins in exchange for Hill. The move would require a massive financial commitment, yes, but it would instantly pair CeeDee Lamb with Tyreek Hill, arguably the most dangerous wide receiver duo in the NFL. Add Brandon Cooks into that mix, and suddenly, the Cowboys' offense goes from good to unstoppable. But wait, where does Dak Prescott fit into all this? That's the million-dollar question. Actually, more like the $90 million question. Some believe that the Cowboys are working on a super pivot, a scenario where they acquire Tyreek Hill and potentially use him as part of a lure to keep Dak Prescott happy in Dallas. Imagine it, Doc, who has long desired more speed and explosiveness in his receiving core, finally gets a weapon like Hill. The offense opens up. The vertical game becomes lethal. Defenses have to pick their poison. Others, however, think it's the opposite, that the Cowboys are preparing for a total reset. That they might actually trade Dak and make a blockbuster move for Hill, setting up the next quarterback, perhaps a rookie or a younger, cheaper veteran with an elite supporting cast. And believe it or not, there are even rumors that Miami could be one of the teams interested in Dak if Dallas were to make him available. It's crazy. It's chaotic. And it's all 100% Dallas Cowboys. Let's go back to the why. Why would the Cowboys consider moving on from Dak Prescott now? Look at the results. Since Dak's arrival in 2016, the Cowboys have made the playoffs 5 times. They've won just 2 playoff games. And despite solid regular season stats, Dak's performances in key moments, especially in the postseason, have left fans and analysts frustrated. His most recent playoff outing, a loss to the Green Bay Packers, was brutal. The offense looked stagnant. Turnovers reared their head again. And for a team built to win now, time is running out. Jerry Jones knows this. He's 81 years old and wants to win now. He's not interested in a rebuild 5 years down the road. He wants to make one final push for a Lombardi trophy. And that might mean going all in with a new vision, a new core, and a new spark. Tyreek Hill could be that spark. Let's be clear, Hill is still playing at an elite level. In 2023, he racked up over 1,700 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns. He stretches defenses like no other player in the league. He's a threat to score from anywhere on the field. And in Mike McCarthy's system, he'd be used in motion, in the slot, out wide, in the backfield, you name it. The thought of CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill on the field together is terrifying. Opposing defenses wouldn't know where to focus. Double team one, and the other burns you. Stack the box? They hit you deep. Go zone? Hill finds the soft spot and takes it to the house. Now let's talk money. The Cowboys currently have some cap flexibility thanks to recent restructures and the likely departures of a few veteran contracts. A Tyreek Hill trade would require some creativity, possibly extending Hill's deal to spread the cap hit, but this front office has done it before. They made the Amari Cooper deal work. They made the Brandon Cooks trade work. And if they truly want Hill, they'll find a way to make it happen. So what happens next? Well, according to insiders, things could move quickly. The NFL draft is right around the corner, and the Cowboys could use their draft positioning as leverage in both a trade and future planning. If Dallas is going to make a move this bold, it has to happen soon. Teams are finalizing rosters. Trade talks are heating up. And once the draft hits, everything shifts. Expect heavy movement from the Cowboys front office. Whether it's Dak, Tyreek, or both, this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most transformative in franchise history. Fans are split. Some want to keep Dak and give him the weapons he needs to finally get over the hump. Others feel it's time for a clean break and that a new era must begin in Dallas. No matter which side you're on, one thing is clear: the Cowboys are done being passive. They're making moves. Bold ones. Risky ones. Championship-caliber ones. This is the NFL. This is the Dallas Cowboys. And this is just the beginning.